Salutations, humans. My name is Jin. You can call me Jin. Today, we're talking about how I cleaned the macaroni in the garage. Okay, underneath the fucking what the fuck was it? Underneath the bin. So, what does that mean? Why is this the most important thing you're ever gonna learn about anything? So I got up one day, super lazy and tired, didn't want to do shit, didn't even want to fucking brush my teeth and shower. But I'll tell you what, I did want to fall asleep. But I couldn't, okay? Someone needed something from the garage and they asked me to go get it. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go to the garage, I'm gonna get the thing, get the fuck out. In the middle of me opening the garage door, a box full of fucking macaroni spilled all over the ground, layering the gosh damn floor, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god. Am I really gonna sit fucking here knowing that it wasn't my fault? I didn't put the macaroni there, okay? I know I didn't put it there. I had half a mind to walk away, close the garage, take what I was taking, just fucking leave. Leave that fucking macaroni there, right? Just this level of ignorance, like fuck it, someone else will take care of the shit. Why is it falling? Why was it there in the first place? Then I sat back and then I thought, I said, okay, well, could leave it for someone else, but no one can really get to it right now. That's one thing. And I was like, it kind of looks terrible. And I was like, but like if it looks terrible, if there's just some macaroni on the floor, what's the big fucking deal? And then I said, fuck, we're probably gonna get rats in this garage, and there's gonna be all kinds of weird fucking shit eating the macaroni off the ground. So I probably shouldn't leave it there. Hmm. Then I said, oh fuck. Went into the house, grabbed a broom, started sweeping up the macaroni. Okay. Now by then I'd gotten like a decent amount, and then I looked at the macaroni on the ground and I said, fuck man, I basically got enough to make it look somewhat serviceable so people wouldn't really notice. Because initially the goal is to hide as much macaroni as I can so I don't have to fucking clean it all. I don't want to sit there for like 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes trying to clean all the little bits of macaroni that went everywhere. That sounds like so much gosh damn effort. Why wouldn't I just go inside and just relax, right? And then I said, yeah, but then I started thinking more about the fact that we might get rats. I was like, okay, like maybe I should just try and clean, right? And right now, if you're looking through my brain, you can see my first person view of this macaroni, and I'm seeing what I want to see. I'm seeing the direct area of where the macaroni fell. But the reality is when the way that physics works, when something has an impact, right? Impact, the force happens and things disperse. Everyone knows that, right? The macaroni spread more than just where I was looking. So I cleaned all that fucking shit up, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I bet if I look to the left and the right, and I look under shit, there's gonna be fucking more macaroni there. But I cleaned up enough where you couldn't really see it. And I said, and I was about to leave. And then I looked back. I saw a piece of macaroni on a bin. So you're telling me this shit fell all the way down when the macaroni jumped up and fell on that bin? And then I said, you know what? That's just gonna be the bin macaroni. And then I was about to press the button on the garage. I was like, bin macaroni? Bin macaroni? What the fuck? What the fuck? This is gonna be the bin macaroni, really? So that I took it off and I was like, oh my gosh. I went back again, okay? Took that off. I actually went in each and every single area to make sure that the macaroni was actually fucking gone. Okay, I actually got that shit out of there. There was no more. I took the broom and then I started really looking, okay? I looked, I grabbed the broom, and then I took like the edge of the broom, and then I started going underneath and fucking trying to get all the macaroni out of that bitch. And then after that was done, I was like, no, 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 no. You want to see how much I'm gonna work on this meaningless task? I walked into the garage. I said, I'm gonna take some steps forward. And then I look around, right? I'm looking for more macaroni. Okay. After I was done, I had officially cleaned it, and then I sat back and I thought to myself, I was like, fuck. Hmm, I feel like I'm missing something important that happened here. And really what happened is the fact that like I was doing a task and I didn't just do it surface level. I tried to pay attention to detail. And for me personally, that's a very huge thing because it's something that is not very natural to me. It's something that I lack, and it's something that is mainly caused by laziness and tiredness, and I'll do it later, and procrastination, and all kinds of stupid shit, right? Like, I looked at it and I said, like, I need to practice, and maybe if you're someone like this too, we need to practice the ability to work on, the finer details of things because it translates, right? And I know it translates personally because when I do work and when I do things, I can lock in and I can focus on things, but there's some details that usually go missing. You know, it's that those extra pieces of macaroni that's scattered on the ground. It's walking further into the garage to make sure there's none there, or maybe it's when doing a project, it's making sure to make sure the audio is really good, which by the way, I'm fucking not doing because I'm lazy right now. But it's making sure that you're looking at something as a whole and really trying to complete something properly, finish something properly instead of half-assing shit, right? That's really what this story is about to me. And it's not just a story. This is something that happened, but it made me think like shit. Like I'm really not cleaning the macaroni properly in most of my life. Most of my life. That sounds so fucking cheesy, but it's true. Like and I did feel a sense of accomplishment and pride when I went like, hey, like I actually am capable of cleaning that up and not leaving it like an asshole or leaving it halfway done. That gave me some confidence in like realizing like, hey, I can keep doing this with other things. I can be more detail oriented, as you see my bed kind of wrinkly over here. Um, but I can focus more on tasks and I can build my ability to focus, concentrate, to be mindful. And that was it. You know, it is an exercise almost in mindfulness. It was almost meditative for me to kind of go through the process in my brain of how can I do this task well? How can I do this task and not skip on these small tasks? Because and this is the last thing I'll leave us with here. I feel like sometimes I try and do really big tasks, really big, challenging things, which is great. It's always great to aim high. But I also think it's equally important to make sure that the smaller things in life that you still take a look at because as much as you run from them, as much as you run from cleaning things properly or doing something um with and even if it's not properly, doing things with effort, putting effort forward, I think it catches up to you eventually. Anyways, that's a bit. That's about it, guys. I'm gonna see you later. New video probably tomorrow. I don't fucking know. I'm feeling tired. I kind of want to sit down and sleep, but goodbye.